Hey friends, Ash here. How's it going? It's going great here. The summer is just perfect. Not too hot, just right. Let's talk about some scents that are actually refreshing. The type of stuff that when you spray it on when it's crazy hot outside, it just works. So we're gonna stay away for the most part from stuff that's like really hyper sweet. We're keeping things more in that wearable, in high heat, high humidity type of situation vibes. All of these are linked down below, and we gotta start with the most obvious of the obvious. Acqua di Gio, come on. And this is that EDT, the non-sexy one. Not that the fragrance is not a compliment for it's an Acqua di Gio. At the end of the day, everybody loves this stuff, but it's not the cool one to like anymore, right? Everybody's like Acqua di Gio Parfum, which is really good. Or Acqua di Gio Profondo Eau de Parfum, which is also really good. But the Eau de Toilette just doesn't catch as much love anymore. But if you're looking for one that's really fresh, very easy to wear, it's one of the best, if not the best. Now this is the reformulated version, the new version. You can tell because it has a little bit of a gradient to it. Frosted up top, clear at the bottom. Basically they pumped the citrus a little bit and they toned down the floral notes a little bit. Basically tried to make it more modern while still keeping that Acqua di Gio DNA front and center. So yeah, while this is one of the fragrances that everybody and their mom and their mom's mom and mom's mom's mom knows at this point, it still works. And because this is the reformulated version, that means technically this is new and not played out. Kind of. I love this stuff. It's Acqua di Gio, man. Can't go wrong with it. If you do go wrong with it, there's something wrong with you and I'm judging you. Right now, I'm judging you. I'm not really. I don't care. If you don't like it, then don't wear it, but you should like it. Okay, I'm judging you again. What fragrance is next? Well, of course, it's Supremacy in Heaven, like everybody expected. So when it comes to Afnan and Supremacy, at this point, everybody knows Collector's Edition and Supremacy Not Only Intense. Not too many people rocking with Supremacy in Heaven nowadays, but you can find it for really, really cheap. Actually, I found this for 20 bucks online, so yeah. Not that costly, although it is not as readily available as it used to be because again, when it comes to Supremacy, everybody's after the other ones. So this smells similar to Creed's Silver Mountain Water. Yeah, once upon a time, Silver Mountain Water, that was the one to get, but a lot of people forgot. It's got a nice metallic briskness. Some people will say an inkiness, which I know doesn't sound all that appealing, but it works. Supremacy in Heaven is not a crazy loud take on Silver Mountain Water, which actually when it's really, really hot outside is for the better because SMW, that one can get a little bit much when it's really hot and humid. Trust me, I've screwed up enough to know. Actually, one of my worst fragrance wearing experiences ever, at least as far as comments from other people, was wearing too much Silver Mountain Water when it was pretty hot. So it kind of sticks with me, you know. In terms of the notes here, it's got tea, it has black currant, citrus, and musk. It's very clean, easy to wear, and classy, while at the same time having a nice, refreshing aspect to it. And again, it's 20 bucks, who cares? And the bottle looks kind of nice. Does that matter? Not really, but it's a nice bonus. Let's keep it cheap, brothers. Hugo Reversed. So this is a Hugo Boss Canteen fragrance. That means you already know what you're in for. These are not exactly the highest end niche type of scents out there, okay? It's got the little floppy cap. You already know what time it is. Inexpensive, but wearable. That's what this is. It's kind of like a really stripped back take on Raja Parfum's Elysium Parfum Cologne. Not close enough that you would wear this side by side with Elysium and be like, oh my God, it's the same thing. It's just in a different bottle. Like that's not gonna happen. But as far as that like aromatic, citrusy, fresh, zingy opening that Elysium has, this is like the designer, cheaper version of that. And it actually smells really pleasant. The note breakdown is crazy simple. It's basically just rosemary, citrus, I think grapefruit and bergamot, and then vetiver. The performance is so-so. It's not a crazy strong scent, but because again, it's very inexpensive, you can blast this on like crazy if you want to. You can reapply through the day, whatever. And in approaching this, I didn't want stuff that was crazy, unhinged strong, like fragrance after fragrance. Sometimes you want something that's just gonna leave you feeling fresh, clean, and brisk. You don't necessarily want it, you know, pounding your head open with just like wave after wave after wave of the scent you're wearing when it's crazy hot out. Or at least I don't. Next up, Rayhaan Azul. When this one was launched, there were like 50 influencers flown out to the Maldives. It was interesting. I wasn't there, I just saw it from the outside. I was just like one of those dudes at the window, just like, ah. So there was a big initial rush on this one as far as just, you know, the hype level and everything like that. It smells similar to Dior Homme Cologne. And part of the initial launch was that it's Dior Homme Cologne, but like 10 times stronger or 3 times stronger, which would be totally friggin' sick. But it's really not. It's a little bit stronger. But Dior Homme Cologne is not really known for being crazy strong, so it's not exactly like the highest bar to clear, you know? It's not like an Olympic high jump where you're just like, oh my God, you see how high that dude got up there? It's like jumping over somebody playing limbo. You know, you're just like, oh, haha, I cleared the bar, sick. You see how much height I got? That's crazy. Had to be like 3 inches off the ground. Oh, dude, sick. Hardcore. So yeah, it's a little bit stronger, not crazy stronger, but it does smell really nice. Like Dior Homme Cologne, that opening, super fresh, clean, like an icy lemonade. You know, it just smells great when you spray it on. It smells great when you spray it on. Splay it on? Splay? What? It's the perfect scent profile when the sun is in full sicko mode, like where you step outside and you can feel it just like radiating hate, not heat, hate. Like the sun wants to blot out your existence. It's just like that dude right there. F that guy. When you step outside and it feels like that, something like this, fantastic. Quality is also really good as well. It smells fantastic if you like Dior Homme Cologne. Great refreshing scent for sure. Also cheaper than Dior Homme Cologne. You know, that's a good positive too, for sure. Why Iced Cologne? That also really works well when it's super hot out. And this one is gonna hit you with that mint, big mint overload when you first spray it on, which I love. Got a bit of that mentholation going on when you first spray it, you know? It's got like a cooling effect, both on your skin and almost in your nose when you smell it. Basically, the simplest way to think of it is taking that Y-DNA, you know, Y eau de toilette, Y eau de parfum, making sure it's very fresh and just, like I said, a boatload, a truckload of mint over the top. I do think for me personally, it's better for summer than Y Eau Fraiche, which came before it, because this one has a little bit more of its own character because of the icy aspect that it has, that mint, like I've said a few times. So a great little summer change of pace fragrance, assuming you like that Y-DNA and you like a little fresh, aromatic mint in your scent and your drink and your life. So with the next fragrance, we're gonna go clean, we're gonna go classy, we're gonna go a little bit laid back, and we're gonna smell expensive. But before we get to that fragrance, codes! So be aware, the JOMASHOP codes, they change every quarter. So July 1st, that's when the change has taken place. Those codes only work within the JOMASHOP app. All the other codes are as they've ever been. So we're talking FragFlex, especially 10% off every time, Perfume Box, Beauty House, Gift Express, Maple Prime, and many more. And if you'd rather, you can just copy and paste those from the description. All right, the fragrance that will bless us with smelling like classy guys who have our lives together is this one, Slow Living. But then it has more to the name. It's also Cotton Sheets in Italian Summer. So Slow Living Cotton Sheets in Italian Summer. It's a long name. This one is Mkonos, which has been picked up, I guess, by Beauty House. So when it comes to Mkonos in general, you have to be aware, if you go to eBay sometimes, man, the prices are friggin' nuts. There are some listings on eBay for Mkonos fragrances that are they're kind of insanity. It's like somebody got transported into the H.P. Lovecraft realm, into the mountains of madness, and they just lost their mind. And then they came back to eBay and they started listing Mkonos fragrances. They're like, oh, 150 bucks? How about that? 185? That sounds like a good deal. You list it. Someone will buy it. Don't be that person. Don't buy this stuff. That's freaking crazy. So this little broski McJoski right here, it smells like Petit Matin by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Also gonna remind you a little bit of Tom Ford, like Neroli, Portofino, stuff like that. So we're just talking smooth, clean, like musk, white flowers, citrus, the type of thing you could wear to really just like amplify a polo or even a white shirt, you know, just something that really melds perfectly with that kind of vibe. So it's not as refreshing in the sense of like a big burst of like zingy citrus or an overdose of mint or something like that. This is more just keeping it classy, keeping it clean. Now we're throwing it back for the bros right here with Gentleman Society Sport. This one is a newer release and it definitely has kind of a throwback masculine vibe to it. The citrus here is sharp. Like when you first spray this one on, you're gonna get slapped upside the nose. Lemon, vetiver, narcissus, and cedar. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much your note breakdown. And truth be told, that's really what you need to concentrate on as far as the fragrance goes, because that citrus in the opening, pretty sharp. Got a little bit of a throwback vibe to it, like I said. Could remind you of some like more classic Italian cologne style fragrances. The vetiver comes in pretty strongly as it dries down, kind of a green aspect to it, a little bit aromatic in there as well. This is not going to appeal as much, I think, to younger guys. You know, guys looking for something that has a little bit more of a, you know, an ostentatious vibe to it. Guys looking for something that has a little more of a sweet aspect to it, because there's not really much of that going on here. Or just guys looking for something that's a little more easy to pull off every single day. You know, stuff like this or this or this. This is definitely more particular. Okay, so this is gonna be for a more particular guy, somebody who appreciates that aromatic vetiver, sharp citrus, like I said, somewhat of a throwback vibe to it kind of thing. I really appreciate it. I think it smells nice. It's different from all the other things out there, but just be aware, it's not gonna be for everybody. So if you can, test that one first. Don't need to test this too much. It's Marwa, Arabiyat Prestige. This one really popular. Pretty much everybody knows this fragrance at this point. Smells similar to Louis Vuitton's Imagination, only much more affordable, which is attractive considering everything costs approximately your kidney nowadays. Oh, you would like a Happy Meal from McDonald's? Somebody's fancy today. Just spending all that walking around money, huh? Oh, you got the 6-count chicken nugget. Woo! Going into debt for that. It's great. It's fantastic. I love it.
I'm driven by finding that McNugget sauce. I want that Mulan McNugget sauce, Morty.
So that is where, of course, things like this and this and this come into play, because they can hook you up on the cheap side of things. And this is one of the most popular alternatives to Imagination, because in terms of the quality, fantastic. You're gonna get that really nice opening, that attention grabbing kind of vibe as soon as you spray it on. That tea that's in there smells great as well. A little bit of a soapy aspect to it, but it comes across nicely done, not like a powdery mess. Just an excellent release, which is why it has been talked about ad nauseum, because it's freaking good. All right, we're gonna sweeten it up with this next one, Invictus Aqua, right here, Rayhaan. And I'll do a giveaway here too. I don't have as much. I need to buy some more stuff for the giveaway pile, but I'll find something over there. The giveaway pile's right there. It's right there. You can't see it, but it's right there. I'm looking at it right now. All right, back to reality. Invictus Aqua. This right here, of course, brought out to great fanfare. Everybody loved it. Discontinued. Brought back, but it was a different fragrance. Why are you doing that? That's stupid. Discontinued. Brought back again. Same fragrance as the first time for the most part. Same looking bottle for the most part, but made airport exclusive. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants a duty-free exclusive. What are you doing? What are you thinking? And then they bring it out for everybody. Yay, nice. Okay, now we're all caught back up. Invictus Aqua is a really nice take on the original Invictus style DNA. So it has that sweet meets fresh aspect, but it's freshened up more than the original Invictus. That aquatic, that's how you say that word, right? Aquatic vibe that this one has is really nice as well. Keeps it extremely wearable, even in high heat, even though it does have, like I said, a decent amount of sweetness to it. Huge attention grabber. One of the better Invictus fragrances ever made for summer, if not the best one actually, and one of the very best summertime fragrances Rayhaan has ever done. Don't get up in arms, I said one of, not the. And this is one that works extremely well for younger guys, also middle-aged guys and up can pull it off as well. Valor by Armaf up next with the floppy, heavy lion's head thing. So cool, so rad. Just gotta fit it. Yeah, sick. So this right here is a fragrance that smells quite similar to Sedley, which is a scent you may have heard of before. Nice. One of the better summer fragrances made by PDM because, of course, more refreshing, not quite as heavily sweetened. Percival is really good too, so is Greenlee, but those have more of a sweet aspect, whereas Sedley has more of a fresh, clean, invigorating aspect. And I know when it comes to this one that everybody goes, well, that's cool and everything, but I got My Year Legacy by Lattafa. And that is an issue, a legitimate issue that I think some of these houses run into, is they'll come out with something, but the market has already decided, like, no, that fragrance, that's the one you get if you want something that smells similar to this one. And right or wrong, that's how it is. I mean, I'm the same way. Like, if you say Altair, right, something that smells like that, I'm just gonna go like, oh, Liquid Run, right? You just automatically go, well, that's the one. So that's kind of what happens. And so Mahir Legacy, same deal. But this is just as good, if not better. Performance is great, the quality is great. Realistically, it flies completely under the radar. Like, this came out at JOMASHOP and Fragplex and all these other places, and there was like zero fanfare whatsoever, but it's actually really, really solid. Sneaky good. So that's 10. I'll do 2 more extra ones. And they're both blue, Polo Blue Parfum and Chrome Eau de Parfum. We'll do the Chrome first. So this right here smells similar actually to Acqua di Gio Profundo Lights. Cool thing about that, Profundo Lights is discontinued. Well, actually that's not cool. That sucks. So I guess what I mean is the cool thing about this smelling similar to that is that you can get this for cheap, but that one is not cheap. Note breakdown is very boring. There's pine, there's lavender, and there's citrus. So not anything to get crazy about, not anything to get hyped about there. Performance is so-so, not crazy good, not crazy bad either, just so-so average. It is an Azzaro Chrome, which means you want to pick it up from discounters. That goes for like all Azzaro Chromes that have ever been made, essentially. You want to pick them up from a discounter. I mean, it just is what it is. You know, if you buy any Chrome at full retail, you're gonna at some point scroll past that same fragrance on one of these stores and see it for 1/3 of what you paid, and you're gonna feel like a Momo, so don't do that. So Chrome Eau de Parfum, I would look that up if you want something sort of in that Profundo Lights vibe at a much lower price. And then we got Polo Blue Parfum, which actually does have some similarities with Chrome Eau de Parfum in the sense that this is another one that is, you know, leaning a little bit more aromatic, has more of a woody aspect to it, but still has that clean citrus off the top. In terms of the note breakdown, you do have some shared notes between this and this one here. This has lavender, it has olibanum, it's got oak, it has mandarin orange. So you do have a little bit of overlap just as far as that note breakdown goes, but this one does have a more complete note breakdown. Not a crazy strong projector, but the longevity is pretty solid on this one. This makes a really nice sort of transitional fragrance. And by that, I mean something that you would spray on as it's heading from day into night. You know, it kind of pulls double duty there. It's maybe not as outwardly refreshing as some of these other choices here, which is why it's kind of a bonus on the end, but it's still a nice little scent that you can bust out when it starts to get hot outside. All right, so I got one that should work pretty decently when it's hot outside. I bought a couple of these at a pretty good discount a while back. I gave one away. This one I haven't given away yet. It's the same fragrance, but it's low DC pour homme vetiver. So it's still sealed. Like I said, I've had this for a minute. But if you want to be entered in the giveaway for this fragrance, all you have to do is like the video, be subscribed to the channel, leave me a comment. Let me know in the comment your go-to fragrance when it is crazy hot outside, whatever that is. I'll pick a winner with random comment picker, post it up on the post tab of the YouTube channel. If you're a winner, hit me up. I'll ship it out to you. I want to thank you guys for hanging with me. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourself. See you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.